Every so often, an event comes along so rare that it shocks us to our very core, combining entertainment, intricate knowledge, charisma, and devilishly good looks.
Boring!
Man, shut up and talk hoops. All right, everybody.
Oh, it's been a long night, but it's been fun. Now you're losing your mind.
I'm losing my fucking tongue more than anything.
The power
Jesus.
of speech has deserted you.
Oh, it's gone, mate. Gone. All right, should we try and start that again?
Go.
All righty, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Old Head Hoops.
Old head hoops.
My name's Clay. This is Mus. Welcome to my studio, the Mothership.
The Mothership.
I actually nicknamed this the Mothership after a good friend of mine / ours growing up. I don't know if I've told you this story.
No, go. I don't recall this.
Mike.
Yeah?
Mike's first...
Polish Mike?
Yeah. Mike's first car was a Mitsubishi Sigma.
I do recall the car.
Right? And it was a really weird shape. It was almost like a spaceship.
I see.
The old Sigmas are a really odd shape.
Yeah.
And it looked like shit, but it sounded amazing. Like he had this unbelievable sound system in it.
And we spent more on the sound system than the car as well.
I mean, it had the two subbies in the back and the amp and all that. It was crazy. Like we used to go driving in that thing and just crank the 90s hip hop and fucking it would shake the license plate. You had to reinforce the license plate and everything. Yeah. Didn't look great, but sounded $1 million. And I nicknamed this the Mothership, not after Joe Rogan's comedy place, but I nicknamed it after Mike's Sigma because obviously our first recording was just done on a shitty camera with a fucking shitty old laptop. Awesome sound equipment from Rode.
We love Rode.
Love you, Rode. But yeah, so I thought, looks shit, sounds good.
Yeah, I like that.
Just like the Sigma.
And now it looks good and sounds good.
So, Old Head Hoops, today, because we've had a big, long recording day, we're going to do something a little bit more fun. It was going to be a segment that I just pitched at little intervals in episodes. And then I just thought, you know what? I just really want to make you squirm as much as I fucking can in your seat. And
as best friends want to do to their other best friend.
And this one is going to be really easy for both of us because I've stipulated that there is no research. We're not Wikipediaing these players. We're not getting stats and awards and accolades. I am just going to give you an either or choice between a retro player and a current player.
Oh.
And you have to decide which one you're going to take.
So, okay. And the parameters around why I would take him, that's up to me?
100% up to you. This is, you are going to show your basketball personality in this episode. 100%. You are either going to be a true old head or you're going to be progressive and you're going to be open-minded to the new generation.
I don't mind the new generation.
But it's going to be totally up to you.
Yeah, okay. All
So
right.
that's why I said I don't want any stats and advanced stats and fucking MVP. I don't want any of this invading the argument. I want it purely from your gut, as we like to say, purely from feel and narrative and love and just whatever these players extract from you that draws you to them.
Okay. I most probably will apply different criteria depending on the choice that you give me.
Well, obviously, you're not just going to say either or. You're going to tell me why.
Yeah. But it might be context based on which way I go depending on what the choice is.
Yeah. Does it sound good?
That sounds good.
Viewers, listeners, are you ready?
I think they are.
I think silence means yes, we're ready.
Yes.
All right. Let's go either or. Bro, I'm just going to throw you straight in the fucking deep end. I mean, I'm telling you, it's going to make you
Baptism of
squirm
fire.
because it makes me fucking squirm. All right?
You're not fucking squirming though. It's me.
I'm squirming on your behalf.
Vicariously through my squirm.
Your first either or is Shaq or
Don't say it, Keith.
Jokic.
Oh. Ooh. Okay. Now, how would I make this choice? Here's my parameters. I am building a team to win a championship. and I'm taking them at their peak. And I think Jokic is at his peak now. I can't see him getting any better, right?
I would have said that last year, but he's looking pretty fucking good this year, man.
He can't keep on doing this. This is it. Okay.
29 points. I know I said I wasn't going to do stats, but he's averaging 29 points. He's leading the league in rebounding and assists as a center.
That makes no sense.
No.
For anyone who follows basketball, that makes no sense, right?
No sense at all.
Okay. Either or. Now, Shaq, the unparalleled force. Never, ever will we see something like that compared to Jokic, who is the most efficient on the offensive side of the game. Was probably something we haven't seen before either.
I don't think so.
Awkward shooting style.
Very effective.
Very effective. Doesn't play defense.
That could be where you draw the line, but I'm not going to put words in your mouth.
But I think that's where I'm going down. So if I was going to start a team, and you know I'm a defensive guy, I like my defense. I like players who are two-way players. Yeah, look, I admire Jokic. I love what he does. I love the way he approaches the game. But if I'm starting a team, I can't go past Shaq. Prime Shaq, I still think, even though the numbers don't necessarily align and match up, Shaq's never going to average 10 assists a game. But I think what he averages and what he does on the defensive end will outweigh that. And Shaq can pass. We know Shaq's a good passer. He's not like a chump on that. The ball goes into him and disappears and doesn't get out. But fuck me, prime Shaq is unstoppable. Yeah. In today's game, putting aside the three-point shooting, what are you going to do against him? Like, seriously. I think you can slow down Jokic. I think you can. And I think you can make him less effective. But I think prime Shaq, dominating inside the paint.
I'm wondering what Jokic would do with Shaq.
How would he guard him?
On the defensive end.
Foul him. That's all you do.
That does make me wonder.
Now, can Shaq chase him around to the three-point line? Shaq was quick. Prime Shaq was quick.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. For me, I would go Shaq as well, but it's a lot closer than it seems because Jokic is definitely one of my favorite players currently playing, and I respect the fuck out of what he's doing. But Shaq was more of a two-way force. Jokic, I think, has probably got Shaq on the offensive end just with his versatility. He can play inside out. They're both very efficient players, but Shaq is very efficient because he has narrowed his offensive game down to where he knows he's most effective, whereas Jokic is effective.
Unstoppable.
Yeah, and Jokic is effective everywhere.
Yeah.
He can shoot the three, the two, the turnaround, the floaters, the free throws. He's offensively.
Size-wise?
Oh, Shaq would dominate him size-wise.
Yeah, so weight, but height, same? 7...
No, Shaq's a good 7'1", easy 7'1", and Jokic is, I think, generously listed at 6'11".
6'11", all right.
Yeah, and he looks closer to me to 6'10", but he could be 6'11". But Shaq's got at least 2 or 3 inches on him.
Okay.
And probably...
And far more athletic.
Oh, yeah. And at his LA weight of 330 to 350, he just came up then, he's got to have 40 or 50 pounds on Jokic as well. Jokic is probably pushing the 290, 280, 290, somewhere around there.
So from a physical stature perspective, Shaq would tick the boxes there. From athleticism, Shaq would tick the boxes. Offensive as a package, you must probably give that to Jokic just because he can do more or would do more. But on the defensive end, I think the disparity between the two of them is too much.
Some people, I'm just going to play devil's advocate. What about Jokic's ability to make his teammates better? You think he makes his teammates better than Shaq does?
I don't think Shaq did anything to take away from his teammates. Shaq could pass. So Shaq was a willing passer out of the low post.
And it's not just about passing. It's also about the gravity that Shaq sucks in. You know, he creates so much space for his shooters.
You have to double team Shaq.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? So if you're double teaming Shaq, there's going to be a free man. Jokic less so.
He definitely doesn't get double teamed as much as Shaq.
They don't do much of double team. That's what fucking shits me up modern day NBA. Why they fucking don't have a good trap or a double team set. But yeah, I just think the disparity between what Shaq can do on the defensive end and the way he plays defense compared to Jokic makes up for the difference between Jokic's offensive skill set versus Shaq's. I will say limited, but I don't mean limited. You know what I mean? Limited to the areas that he's going to dominate. I think the disparity is too great on the defensive end. Shaq for me.
You going Shaq?
I'm going Shaq.
It's 2 Shaqs.
All right.
But it's a close one.
It was close.
It was
It needed to be unpacked to get there.
Yeah, yeah. Here's one that you're going to love.
Mm.
Clyde the Glide. And I really struggled with this one because I came up with a few players I didn't think were quite in Clyde's ilk. And then I came up with a few that I thought were in a level above him. So I wanted to find the whole idea of this.
Getting something close.
Yeah. And you'll find as we go through, I've tried as hard as I can to find equivalent players in their era. So this was my equivalent. Clyde versus Ant Edwards.
Ooh. Okay.
That tells me I got the right spot.
You do. Edwards is a better shooter, so I give him that. Clyde is taller and longer, and I think a better defender.
Ant's a pretty good defender.
Yeah, but I think Clyde would be more effective.
Only when he wants to be. He's kind of give and take, wishy-washy.
Athletically, watching them play, they're both aggressive, big-time dunkers. Seen Ant-Man do some fucking crazy fucking dunks. I still think he's better to dunk. One of his best dunks was the one that didn't count. You know, that one when he takes off and they didn't count, and I don't understand why. But I think Clyde's body of work when it comes to dunking the ball, he's got some iconic shit that he's done. This is a tough one.
He's better rebounder too.
Better rebounder, better defensive player, not as good shooter. I'm going Clyde.
Going Clyde. Well, you know.
And I think I had to.
If you didn't, then there'd be some shit.
Correct.
There'd be some shit.
But I respect that. So out of all of the modern day players, he's one of my top ones. I like his game. I like the way he plays. I like his aggression. I like his brashness, you know, and I think you need a bit of that on you to become successful. I need to see more from him, especially in the playoffs. And he's got to do something with this Minnesota team before they break it up. But I think Clyde, if I'm going to take a player, I'm going with my man, the Glide.
I'll go Ant.
Just to piss me off?
No, not to piss you off. And, you know, just on a tangent, I actually came up with a podcast idea of hot takes specifically designed to piss off your co-host. But you have to believe them.
Yeah.
So we could just spend an hour just sitting here dishing takes at each other that we know are going to cut the fuck out of the other person, but that we actually believe. I'm not just saying it.
Yeah.
And I just thought of all the shit I could say to you about Clyde that I truly believe. I truly believe that Clyde is a number 2 player. I don't think he is a number 1 player. That's why I think he had most of his success, not only because he was older, but with the Olajuwon. I think just having that number 1 scorer next to him allowed him to just be the glue guy and do all the other stuff that he's good at. Why I would choose Ant is because to me he's a true alpha, and I think he's only getting better. But what he's shown so far is enough.
It's a decent body of work
to show me that he is going to be something pretty special. I just get really worried about him in Minnesota.
You think he's going to stay?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't have a lot of faith, even though it's a different ownership group now as Rodriguez. I don't have a lot of faith in him succeeding in that market.
I have a feeling somewhere like New York will.
Yeah, well,
that seems to be a good location for him, and he would revel in somewhere like New York.
To be fair, all of his teammates are on a different timeline, really. I mean, you got Rudy and
they're all on the verge of retirement.
And Randall. I mean, the best players on that team.
What's the point guard's name?
Mike Conley. Yeah,
they're all late 30s.
So who have they got? They got Jaden McDaniels.
Nazar Muhammad most probably is the only other one that's youngish.
Nazi Muhammad. He retired a long time ago. Nas Reed.
Oh, that's Reed.
He's a Reed, man. Come on.
That's true.
No, he's got to be good. And you know what else I love about Ant Edwards more than anything else is the richness and ruthless efficiency of his sperm to impregnate women. Just, he has got the most prolific sperm in all of the NBA.
He's ridiculous. How many kids has he got now? 5?
Oh, dude, I reckon he would have a wet dream and impregnate a chick through the sheets in another suburb.
Oh, he's gonna have to be playing till he's like 105 to pay for all his alimony.
Oh man,
checks.
he's going to need a max contract. Pay for all this shit.
Super max plus alimony.
All right, so Clyde versus Ant is in the books. Next one. This is a really tough one. Really, really tough. Kevin Garnett or Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's got the brain juices flowing. Fuck.
You see what I do with all my spare time?
Yeah, you got a lot of spare time, bro.
I should really be doing something productive with my life and not sitting here thinking about NBA topics.
Jesus.
Yes?
No, this is tough. This is really tough. I love both those players. Both so similar too. Both are two-way players, great rebounders, prolific scorers. And I think the numbers, if you translate them to either era, most probably will come out pretty similar. Both have won MVP. Fuck.
Both MVP, both title winners, both defensive players of the year, both MVPs.
Yeah.
Very similar build.
Very similar build. I think Giannis gets him on athleticism a bit. Not by a lot, but I think just.
I don't know about that.
Oh.
I don't know about that.
Some of the things Giannis. So, with a head of steam downhill, I think Giannis gets KG.
Yeah, and I think that's more to do with the power than the athleticism. Like,
yeah, okay. Sorry, wrong word then. Yeah, I'll take that as the power. Going downhill, Giannis as a freight train is unstoppable, and I don't think KG's got that, but I think KG's a better shooter than Giannis. But Giannis has got range, but he's not reliable from
Giannis has never had a back to the basket game, never had a turnaround jump shot or anything like that.
Pure power. So, but pure power overpowers. I give him that. Both got the right attitude, intense. Giannis most probably is a nicer guy than KG. Oh, fuck. I'm drawing straws here. Backstory, I most probably lean towards Giannis, knowing where he's come from. Refugee, battled out of Greece, got to the NBA. His story's pretty cool. But KG, coming straight out of high school phenom, it's also pretty cool. Giannis tips one way. He's still a one-team player, and I respect that. Defensiveness. Fuck, I have to lean towards KG for that.
Yeah, I think KG's got more versatility.
Yeah.
I think he'd be much more able to get out and defend the perimeter.
Yeah.
And switching and things like that. I think he's got the edge on Giannis there. Giannis to me is much more of a traditional big man defender, although he's got that versatility as well, just not to the same level.
Yeah. KG.
Oh, after all that, you went back to KG.
I did.
I just think that he's more offensively skilled. He's got a bigger bag on offense, and I think he's just that smidgen more versatile on defense. But we're talking about two defensive players of the year.
Yeah. They are so similar, hey.
And I'm picking Giannis's offense apart, but he's averaging fucking 33 and 12 or whatever he's averaging.
But in this era, KG in his prime, I think gets those numbers.
Oh, yeah.
They kind of translate to that. And I think if you put Giannis in KG's prime era, Giannis numbers most probably replicate what KG's doing.
To be fair, I think both of these guys are legitimate all-time greats, and both of them are translatable to other eras. That's why I'm trying to match them up right.
Yep. This one nails it even more than the last one, actually. So
I'm going KG as well. Obviously, he's one of my top 5 players of all time.
Not by much.
Yeah,
this one's close.
Exactly. We can't really be haters. Can't really be haters.
That was a tough one. That was good. That was really good.
So this one, requires a little bit of forward projection.
Oh, you're going for a young player then, eh?
So I'm going the Admiral, David Robinson, versus his San Antonio Spurs disciple, Wembanyama.
Ooh.
And obviously Wemby is nowhere near his peak.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We're projecting.
Okay. Because you know I love Wemby. And I love what Wemby's doing this year because I think year 3 for Wemby is the start of him getting there. And we won't see his peak until year 6, 7, 8. I reckon that's when he's going to really take over the league. Wemby. And the reason why I say this, I think...
Oh, going Wemby.
Yeah, I'm going Wemby because... You've never seen the alien before, bro. The shit he can do, I don't think Admiral can or would ever be able to do. Admiral could shoot, great offensive game, great face-up game, good defender, but I think when we come down to blocks, Wemby's going to get him. Admiral I always found a bit too nice. I think Wemby's got a bit more dog in him.
Yeah.
And if I was thinking, if I'm in the trenches, I'd rather have Wemby behind me than the Admiral. Admiral could shoot. Never shot from 3, but in this day, if we put him into this day, he most probably would.
I actually think the Admiral in transition might be a little bit better than Wemby.
Maybe, but Wemby gets to the basket in 2 fucking steps,
bro. But the Admiral on a fast break was a fucking demon.
And he ran the floor. So he was one of the best running big men that there was, for sure. But nah, I think I'm going Wemby.
I'm actually going to agree with you and go Wemby. I feel like Wemby's got much more of that.
When Wemby hits his peak, where I project it to be and reach that potential, I think we'll be talking about Wemby as a generational type player.
At the very least, he is going to be the best player in the league.
Yeah.
And
the question is for how long and what is he going to do when he hits his peak?
You could never, ever say Robinson was ever the best player in the league.
Man.
Even the year he won MVP.
Man.
Yeah, exactly.
That guy was better than him the whole time.
So yeah, a little bit easier that one. We're both going Wemby. So we're getting some young guys. Hang on. You didn't go Jokic.
I didn't go Jokic. I didn't go Ant-Man.
You didn't go Giannis. So Wemby is your first young guy.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Let's see how you go with this one. Larry Bird or Kevin Durant?
I think this was actually quite an easy one.
Really?
Yeah, Larry Legend.
Oh, fuck. Almost thought you were going to zag then.
Nah, look, don't get me wrong. KD was probably one of the purest quintessential scorers we've seen. And at 7 foot? He's fucking 7 foot at least, right? What he's been able to do is insane. The handles, scoring ability, mid-range, all the way out to 3. But he wasn't the player and is not the player that Larry Legend was. And his CV won't even match up. Not even close.
What sort of range of player do you put KD in historically?
If I look at the pyramid, top
the Bill
Jordan,
Simmons pyramid.
Yeah, and then you got your 2. He's most probably in that bottom tier. Not the very bottom tier.
With
give me some names.
Curry. You think he's in that ilk?
No, Curry. I'm higher than him.
Carmelo?
I have KD higher than Carmelo.
Yeah, same. I'm just trying to
get
a gauge
calibrate
now.
Here.
Dominique?
Higher than Dominique.
What about Dominique and Carmelo?
Ooh, them was probably...
Maybe I should have done them too.
You should have done because I kind of see them pretty close.
Yeah.
And they kind of score the same way, actually, except Dominic obviously more athletic with the dunking, but the way they shot the ball. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think there's a big disparity between KD and Larry.
What about Giannis and KD?
Giannis above KD.
Yeah, that's kind of a similar tier that in my head. Giannis and KD.
And if they're on the same tier, so, say you're listing all of those guys, I would have, and say you're putting them in order, I'd have Giannis up here and Katie more in the middle of that tier.
Dirk?
I have Dirk and Giannis very close, so Katie would be a bit behind that.
I think I'd put Giannis ahead of Dirk.
I love Dirk, though.
I do, yeah. To me, he's a top 20 player. I think KD might be a top 15. There's just that he's that little notch above.
Okay.
All right, we know where he sits.
But
so you've gone quite easily the man.
I don't think that's even
the man, the myth, the legend.
Yeah.
I don't even realize. I don't think I have to give an answer.
I think that was the clear cut.
I think Larry Bird's one of the top 5 to 7, probably top 5 of all time. All right. I'll go down the pecking order a little bit before I go back up as far as the pyramid.
All right.
I'll do a couple of guys a bit further down that I thought might be interesting to have a look at. What about Jason Kidd versus Chris Paul?
Jason Kidd.
Expand.
The Jason Kidd, I think as a skill set, is far more fulfilled than Chris Paul. And don't get me wrong, I think Chris Paul's a great point guard. But Jason Kidd is a better defender. Jason Kidd's a better passer. Jason Kidd's quicker. And I think that's ticking all the boxes for a point guard. What do you want at a point guard, right? Plus also I think his IQ and his ability to impact games to a degree is better than CB3. But CB3's got extremely high IQ and has gotten a lot out of his body in his career and is a better shooter. But I'm going Kidd.
Not to mention leadership. Chris Paul generally wears out his welcome with his teammates.
Everywhere he goes.
And Kidd is beloved by his teammates. And I just think he has a bigger impact on winning. All of his teams throughout his career just dramatically improved when he got there. Dramatically.
Yep.
And I just think he makes his teammates better. And he's got more.
CB3 comes over as a bit of a dick.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, I don't know him personally, but he doesn't have a lot of teammates that vouch for him. I just think Kidd is just bigger, stronger, faster, better leadership.
What's it?
And a bigger.
Kidd's about 6'4".
Yeah, bigger impact on winning.
6.
Yeah, lucky if he is. But do love Chris Paul as a player. I think he's a great player. Probably the best point guard of this current generation anyway.
Do you see Steph Curry as a point guard?
I don't. I know I know a lot of people talk about Curry as a point guard, and I can't quite figure that one out. Does he dribble the ball up the court sometimes? Yes. Does he pass the ball? Yes. But they play like a system. They don't really rely on one person initiating.
He's more of a closer and a finisher than he is as an initiator. Right?
He's a traditional shooting guard.
He's an undersized shooting guard
who can get you 6 assists a game. But that's not his goal. His goal is to score the ball.
Correct.
And that's where he provides the most value. So I don't consider him a point guard at all. All right. Well, that was an easy one. How about Allen Iverson or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander?
Oh, different players though.
Different.
I
really struggle to find a current match for Iverson.
Yeah, because Iverson's so unique. Fuck. Both great offensive forces.
Now, we haven't spoken a lot about Shai. Well, definitely not on this pod.
Not yet.
So tell me how you feel about Shai.
Love him.
Yeah.
I do. I love the way he plays. I love the resurgence of the mid-range game. I love how shifty he is. I don't think I've seen a player for a very long time being able to be as shifty and move defenders the way he does. Draws a lot of fouls, some of them not necessarily warranted, but he does draw a lot of fouls.
Man, do you know how much shit he cops on social media for being, a foul baiter or,
So, he's not a flopper. So I distinct this from those who flop whenever they get hit. He gets hit pretty hard, but His shiftiness is what causes defenders to jump. What are you going to do? I'm going to jump. If I'm playing and you're jumping in the air, I'm going to jump into you. Why not? I'm going to the line.
He does shoot a lot of free throws and he does look to get to the line. But to me, that's just because his bag is so deep.
Yeah. And defenders are bailing him out by fouling him.
And they can't help but be off balanced. And
it's different to the Harden baiting. I see the Harden baiting where he actually tried to get his hands underneath the arm and raise it to get the foul. I don't see Shai doing that. I see Shai's moves getting defenders jumping in the air, and he's just going up and getting into them. Well, if you're a defender, if you jumped, sorry, the offensive player's got you.
Yeah.
Why not take it?
Every time I watch them play, I don't see what people are seeing. I'm just like, how are you not? Why are you worried about how many free throws he's creating?
But I think that's what it is. All they're seeing is the box score and seeing how many free throws. You're like, oh, he's fucking taken 20 free throws this game. Yeah, but he's got fouled 10 times, and he created that disadvantage for the defender.
He's got moves and counter moves to the counter moves, and he leaves the defenders in no position but to foul.
Yeah.
And to me, that's just fucking great offense, and it's a deep, deep, deep bag.
Yeah.
And he's leaving the defenders with nothing to do but foul him.
Yeah.
And I can't see why he should cop shit for that.
No, I agree.
For having such a deep bag. And he's easily the best mid-range guard we've had since Kobe.
Yep.
And I think he's probably the best two-guard, period, since Kobe. I think he's better than Harden.
Yep.
I was just waiting for you to get around to
that.
To me, it's just hands down. I think he's easily a better player than Harden. I never liked Harden's style of game. And I better let you continue on with your either or before I just start jacking into fucking Shai's pants.
But nothing you said is not absolutely factual and correct. But I love AI though. Ah, shit.
Who do you think would have a bigger impact on winning?
Shai. That most probably gets me.
So if you were starting a franchise from scratch and you had to choose between the two players,
6-foot shooting guards, high volume shooting guards are rarely successful and rarely translate to a winning team. Granted, AI is an exception to the rule and is a phenomenal offensive talent.
Imagine what he could do in today's game without the hand checking and
I was just thinking that, trying to think, putting him onto a team and saying go for it and do what you want. I think Shai's going to be a better defender, so that most probably gets him over the line. But it's close, and they're both alpha dogs. They're both gritty. Yeah, but I'm just going to Shai.
So you've chosen Shai over one of the guys in your top 10 favorite players to watch.
But the criteria...
I baited you into that one.
You did.
I fully fucking baited you into
it. But the criteria that, in my defense, I love watching AI play, and that was why I put him in my top 10. But I think if I'm trying to win a game or build a team, I want a more all-rounded player. Offensively, they're most probably equal. AI is more athletic than Shai, I would say, but I don't think AI I could trust on guarding a two-guard on the other side, but I could trust Shai to guard.
Shai it is.
Shai it is.
Shai for both.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll take Shai.
Yeah, okay. Was it close?
No.
Not even?
AI didn't appear on my top 10 for a reason. I don't like that inefficient basketball. I mean, he was an electric player, but just not my cup of tea.
Okay.
And I love everything about Shai.
Yep.
Love him. Plays both sides of the ball. Yeah. Seems like a pretty interesting, kind of cool dude. And his offensive repertoire is just crazy.
Yeah.
Just unmatched at the moment. I've only got a couple more for you, mate.
All right.
All right. Let's go this one first. Magic Johnson versus Steph Curry.
Oh, you're going for two completely different type of players too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But in my view, I mean, who's going to match?
Oh, I can't go past the Magic, man. But fucking hell, Steph Curry's fucking changed the game.
Yeah. And I've been a real latecomer. There's a lot of players in the NBA that I didn't like and then something has happened through the course of their career where I've turned into a fan.
Yep.
And Curry, I didn't like through that whole rise of the early Warriors. And somewhere along the way, I just got a real respect for his game and how much work he puts into the game and how much gravity he has on the court and just the class that he carries himself with on the court.
Mm.
And I mean, it was very, very hard to get a comp for Magic. Very, very hard. But I thought Curry might come closest.
Magic and LeBron, but Magic and Curry is interesting.
Yeah. I mean, Curry he's kind of accumulating a pretty decent career here to stack up against some of these all-time greats.
He's got the greatest shoot. We will not see another shooter that can shoot like Curry, right? So, greatest shooter of all time. You've put him up against the greatest point guard of all time. Now, we just spoke about whether Curry was a point guard or not. No, I don't think he is.
Not a true point.
He's a closer, not an initiator of the offense. Magic clearly is a point guard and controlled it from the court or from that perspective. Neither of them fantastic defenders. They do a serviceable job, but they're most probably on par defensively. But I think the rebounding that Magic gives you, where Curry doesn't, the three-point shooting range that Curry gives you, which Magic doesn't, fuck. But if I'm choosing to win a game, I go all-round Magic. Even though he's the greatest shooter of all time and most probably will win you a pile of games on his shooting alone, his range allows you to spread the floor like you wouldn't believe. But I also think Curry is blessed in being in Golden State, in that system that allows him to flourish and run off 15 different screens. Well, I think Magic, I could chuck him with a bunch of bums and still win.
Magic's never had a bad team.
No, but I think even with a bad team,
yeah,
he would make that team decent.
But I'm just saying, I don't think it's capable. I don't think he's capable of having a bad team just because of how great
he is. Yeah,
he is at making his teammates better.
I don't think it's close, this one, but there's an argument to be made.
It's a weird thing to say about somebody like Steph Curry, who would probably be rising. Well, he's easily in the top 15. I say easily as if I've got to actually sit down and do it one day, do Bill's pyramid for myself and see where my 10 or 15 players go. But yeah, so you rate him above Durant.
Curry?
Yeah. Which would kind of, in my books, put him, and I do too, marginally, which would kind of put him in that 12-ish range. Yeah.
There are a few players that change the way the game is played. Curry's done that in this era.
Agreed.
And I'm not saying for the better or the worse. Don't get me wrong. I love good shooting. No, everyone does. You play the game of basketball to shoot the ball. But the way, fucking hell, some of the games when he just goes off and how hard he works to get open. And he's got handles too, right?
Oh,
he's not
one of the
not
best.
A chump. He's fucking can
one
the ball.
of the best handles ever.
And what's he? 6'2"?
Yeah.
Lean as fuck.
6'3", yeah.
Dominating the game, changing the game. That is unheard of. Will changes the game. MJ changes the game. Shaq changes the game. They're all phenomenal athletes or brute forces, right? You got a 6'2" guy.
Nobody's done it like him.
Nah.
Nobody's done it like him.
And yeah, no, don't. And he will set records that will never be surpassed from a shooting perspective.
So we think.
I can't. Did you see it?
Well, you couldn't see Curry coming along before he came along, but the game is evolving and changing, and the new generation coming up have been watching Curry and training and shaping their game that way.
I can't say, mate. You go down and, like I said, watching these tournaments now with the young kids, they're popping up threes at 10 years old. And I wasn't fucking even getting close to doing that when I was playing as a 10-year-old.
I don't even think I could reach the rim from there. I've got one more for you, mate.
This is the last one.
Last one.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right. And I've done this last one on purpose because we've got to have some fodder. We've got to have some fodder to give our social media friends. So I'm going to go.
You're doing MJ and LeBron, are you?
No. Because that's ridiculous. I'm going for something a little bit more realistic.
Okay.
Kobe versus LeBron.
Oh. Okay. Without saying anything else, there's a clear one for me for so many reasons that go beyond just basketball and everything else. Now, let me articulate why without sounding like a total hater.
Yeah.
All right. LeBron to me is a freight train. Like raw power, but that power is like a runaway freight train. Kobe, the second coming of Jordan, there's gracefulness to his game. There is a majesticness to his footwork, his application to the game, his scoring, his shooting, his work ethic, the mama mentality, which trumps all over LeBron. But LeBron, his size, strength, athleticism most probably tips over from that perspective. They both played 20-odd years. LeBron's peak most probably has gone on for longer, I would think. Both came out of high school. Kobe's got more titles. LeBron's got more MVPs. But I'm going Kobe. But I've got an affinity with Kobe. There's a love I have for Kobe that I'll never have for LeBron.
I can sense that in your voice. But you know, the only people that you're not going to piss off are going to be the Lakers fans, because the Lakers fans love Kobe and have never really warmed to LeBron.
Well, how could they?
Yeah. Bit of a mercenary the way he kind of came in. It just wasn't organic the way that Kobe was there drafted as a teenager.
He came in and started dictating what the team was going to do and how it was going to be, and then he forces his son on the team too. Poor Bronny.
Yeah, that's not ending well, is it? Don't think he's going to be an NBA player.
See, Bronny started for, I think he got 20 minutes and it was 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
I was trying not to let you get so controversial, but you've done your Bronny takes.
And look, and coming back to Bronny, I feel sorry for the kid. Because I reckon if you gave him an opportunity to either play a couple more years in college or go to the G League and develop his game, there's a serviceable player there. It's not absolute chump, but he's just not NBA ready, man.
It is absolutely crazy that he had essentially a heart attack and torpedoed his entire season in college and then declare for the draft. He's not ready to play.
No.
And he was on a pretty decent trajectory. He was ranked in the top 10.
Yeah. And earned that top 10. It wasn't if that was just made up. He was actually doing all right.
And then you'd think that they would have given him, you'd think the best course of action would be to let him develop with people of his own talent and his own age.
Okay. As a father, right? We want the best for our sons, our children. And as fathers, we're most probably the only men in the world that want our children to be better than us, right? Fair enough. I get that. But to have your offspring earn their place in the world on their own is a big thing than just opening a door and saying, walk right through.
It's the best gift you can give
100%.
your kid is to make them work.
100%.
Make them work for their shit. I just don't think with the health issues that he'd gone through, maybe in their head it was more like this is a now or never situation. Like, this has allowed us to see that life is short, life is precious, you need to pounce at opportunities. But at the same time, after that kind of health scare, when I don't think he was ready even at the time or before the heart issue, to then throw him into the glare, and we all knew the media was going to come straight down on top of him, nepotism and all that. And to be doing that in LA where all the eyes are on him,
yeah.
I just don't think that was a good move at all. And it's very much stunted his growth as a player or whatever he was going to be.
The problem is now, you've put him out there. He's going to end up being a fucking joke, And
they're already, you see on social media, all these ex-players already, they get caught by hidden cameras fucking saying shit about him on the benches and that. I just don't know why.
Why would you do that to the kid?
I don't know why that all happened. We are fucking. This was meant to be LeBron
and Kobe.
LeBron and Kobe. Two Laker legends. I would go.
Wow. I don't call LeBron a Laker legend. Maybe a Cleveland legend, a Miami legend. Don't call him a Laker legend.
Miami legend after 4 seasons. Become a legend pretty easily nowadays.
Got two premierships, though. 2 chips.
Yeah. I would choose Kobe, but it would probably be a little bit closer for me than you. I would pick Kobe.
Yeah, but if it goes like this, that's the distance. I'm Kobe, LeBron. I'm hoping it's this, not this.
No. It's not. It's not way there. It's not way there. As I've said in that top 10, I think it was in the top 10 list, where I just said this whole LeBron rating and ranking thing has gotten completely skewed somewhere along the way. I don't know when it happened or whether it was a clutch thing. He's just been promoting his legacy for so long that his legacy has just become just such a big talking point, and it has been for over 10 years.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure why. To me, like I've always said, he's on the ilk of your Kobe's, your Duncans in that 7 to 10 of all time ranking, which is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
How the conversation ever got to be that, of course he's better than Magic Johnson. Of course he's better than Larry Bird. Of course he's better than Hakeem Olajuwon. Of course he's better than Shaq. Hang on a sec. Who did we consult before this ranking came to be?
Blame Clutch Sports.
They didn't fucking consult me, and obviously didn't consult you. I've never understood. Yeah, I've never understood how it got to that point.
Yeah.
It's just like he won the 2 chips in Miami, and then all of a sudden, yeah, he's above these unbelievable all-time greats that have achieved more. I was just like, okay. And I generally stay pretty quiet on social media. I know you're a bit more active on X, and you bite a lot. I don't bite mainly because you can't win. You can never convince.
It's not about the win. It's about having the argument. I love the argument.
but I just get like, my dad, God rest his soul, when he was alive, he could not suffer fools. That was his one, I guess, superpower and super weakness. He didn't have any tolerance for fools. And it would probably cause him more problems than it caused the fools, because he just gets so frustrated. I'm kind of like that with LeBron lovers. I'm like, you people aren't seeing logic. I don't know why you think Jordan lovers just went into hibernation during LeBron's career. Hey guys, LeBron sexuals, we've seen both of their careers.
Yes, this is the thing.
Do you get that?
We've lived through both.
Do you understand that we've watched both?
Yeah.
And we would not be leaning this way so vehemently if we hadn't seen both. But very few of the people in the LeBron camp lived through the Jordan era and saw the complete domination that was going on. So at some point, like, logic fails to be a factor in the equation.
And that's what drives me nuts. But I do like the argument. But for me, the GOAT argument isn't MJ and LeBron. It's most probably MJ and Kobe. That to me is the closer comparison.
I've personally never thought there was a GOAT argument. I mean, the older heads, and hey, please get involved if you can think otherwise, but the older heads might say Jabbar or Wilt or Russell.
Well, I respect that. I do.
Yeah.
There's some numbers there that are fucking phenomenal.
And I've always said I didn't have eyes on that era at the time, so I'm not qualified to make that statement. But I feel like as a basketball fan, I'm very qualified to make a statement anywhere from 1990 onwards. And yeah, as I've said, I always place LeBron in that Kobe Duncan space. And I think that's appropriate. And that's where he's going to sit for me. So I'm team Kobe.
Yeah, fair enough.
Kobe it is. So
mad respect for you.
Let's just have some
a recap.
A quick recap here. Shaq versus Jokic.
Shaq.
We both went Shaq. Clyde versus Ant-Man.
I went Clyde.
You stuck with your guy. I went for Ant-Man. KG and Giannis was probably the toughest one.
It was.
And we both went KG.
We did.
That's a hard
one. That was the best one, I think.
Because I do love Giannis.
Yeah.
I really love Giannis. Robinson, Wemby turned out to be a super easy one. We both went with the young lad. Wemby. Bird and Durant was another easy one. We both went Bird. Magic Curry turned out to be easier than I thought.
But there's an argument, but it did end up being easy.
Probably too different stylistically, really, to have put them up against each other.
Compared to everyone else, because you've tried to go very similar for everyone, but that was the one that stood out.
Because I just couldn't come up with anyone for Magic other than LeBron, but I wanted to put LeBron against Kobe.
I see that now.
Well, what if it was LeBron and Magic?
That's a good one to have. Magic.
Wow. Oh my God.
I'm not a hater. I really am not.
No.
I don't hate LeBron. I really don't.
I'll put him in one day against somebody in his ilk. But even LeBron Duncan.
Maybe I go LeBron.
Would you?
No.
Get the fuck out of my room. You don't belong in the mothership.
He's banned. He's gone.
You're leaving skid marks on that fucking chair with that crap.
No, I'm not going LeBron.
Kobe, LeBron, we both went Kobe. Kid versus Paul, we both went Kid. Iverson versus Shai, we both went Shai.
Yeah.
We went with a couple of youngies.
But these are our standout youngies. So that makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
So look, we're always going to look through the lens of our legends are set. So if you're going to take a spot from one of them, you need to be something fucking phenomenal. And you need to change my hardwired, the GOAT, who's 2, who's 3, are you better than Larry? You're going to have to come with a fucking package that really can challenge that with most probably no fucking weaknesses along the way. So sorry, guys. You young fellas, it's a challenge to you. If you want to take a spot, you got to take it and earn it.
It's funny because a lot of these names as well, I wanted to mix and match them a bit more as well. Like I actually wanted to put Robinson and Giannis against each other. I think Giannis would have taken that one. But yeah, there was definitely a lot of cross mixing, matching I wanted to do. But I think this can be an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
I've got more up my sleeve. I've got a lot more up my sleeve. I really need to.
You're going to have to give me a turn to do.
I need to do something a bit more productive with my life. I'm pretty sure of it. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of stuff around the house that needs doing. And I'm just sitting at the fucking desk.
That's right. Your front porch is just starting to fall over.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck it. I got to do my research.
And I'm just sitting there going, Dale, just call a fucking plumber. I'm doing my either ors. Yeah. All right, brother. This was awesome.
It was awesome.
Guys,
That's a great conversation.
Hope you guys out there have all enjoyed it. And if you have enjoyed it, like and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe.
Get in touch.
Don't just keep watching and then moving on like the lurker that you are.
Even though Clyde was a lurker.
That was in the past. And if you're on audio, rate and review, help us out. And keep an eye on us on socials.
Indeed.
All right, man. Till next time.
Adios. Oh, that was too much fun.
All right, old heads and young heads alike. Thank you very, very much for tuning in with us for another episode of Old Head Hoops. Please help us with the show. Help us spread the word. If you're on video format, please like and subscribe. If you're on audio format, please rate and review wherever you have the opportunity to do so. And word of mouth means a hell of a lot. So tell your family, your friends, your loved ones, anybody who loves hoops, anybody who loves retro hoops, and anybody who loves the weird and wonderful tangents that me and Mus love to go on. So we would also love to hear from you guys. We would love to interact. We would also love to have some mailbag episodes moving forward. So please get in contact with us on our Gmail account, which is all one word, oldheadhoopspod@gmail.com. oldheadhoopspod@gmail.com. We also have an Instagram account. So we're at Old Head Hoops Pod. We have an X account and we're at Old Head Hoops. And we have a Facebook page at Old Head Hoops. Just type in Old Head Hoops on any of these socials. You should be able to find us. So thank you very, very much once again. And we will see you next time.